Welcome to this edition of the Counter Press on Fiifi-Manfred. This is a few updates for you from Chelsea Football Club and from Mohammed Kudus. There is a big plan from West Ham United for the young Ghanaian Mohammed Kudus. So West Ham's stated their sporting director flew to Ajax, got a job done. They have gotten Mohammed Kudus. He just got unveiled at West Ham United in London, and there have been some beautiful touch from Mohammed Kudus, alluding to the fact that players like Andre Ayew made it possible for him to have some love for West Ham United. He also did fly with his agent Amanda, and then of course West Ham's sporting director in a private flight to London. So Mohammed Kudus from Ajax Amsterdam is in East London now, and West Ham United have him. He's an ion. The Hammers have him now, and he's going to be a big player for them. Like I've always said, there was a beautiful touch to that from the Ghanaian perspective. Ghanaians would love to see a player like Kudus Mohammed's talent in English Premier League week in, week out. And that's going to be some brilliant stuff to see West Ham United's games, to see Mohammed Kudus in there. Quite apart from him, Andre Ayew had played at West Ham United, John Penstow had played at West Ham United. In fact, he's going to wear the number 14 of West Ham United, the number that was worn by John Penstow while he played in there. That's some good stuff, you know. There, Mohammed Kudus flew his family actually from Ghana to East London, and they were able to touch the London Olympic Stadium. It was a beautiful touch. A touch of family is always beautiful. Mohammed Kudus with his two brothers and of course and his mom were in there. So Kudus is in London, he's in West Ham, and he's officially a West Ham United player. But essentially, how is David Moyes going to use him? Like I've said before, in the West Ham team, nobody particularly has a skill set of Mohammed Kudus. He's an exceptional player. He's a different player altogether. In terms of the ball carrying ability, the press resistance ability, the creative ability of a player, playing out from the right hand side, cutting onto his favorite left foot when he's on the right hand side, is something that nobody in the West Ham team gives them. Even Said Benrahma doesn't give him that. Albeit I think that at West Ham United, Kudus would want to get much more directed in games, get a lot more goal involvement. So whilst he was at Northern, I think he had about 17 goal involvement whilst he was there. At Ajax Amsterdam, it was about 27 goal involvement. Yes, he's not necessarily somebody that's supposed to be scoring goals every now and then, but then at the next level of his career, definitely West Ham are going to get some goals and assists from Mohammed Kudus. It's supposed to be the next stage, the next level of Mohammed Kudus' development as a player, to be able to rack in some goals and assists a lot more on a much more consistent basis for West Ham United. Like everybody's saying, almost every Ghanaian that's worried about Mohammed Kudus is worried about the fact that he's going to play in a West Ham United side that play a lot of the time without the ball. Key example is the game they played against Brighton and Hove Albion. They had less of the ball, but then they were very direct and got the goals in there. So it is Mohammed Kudus' hold-up ability, regardless of the different strengths that he has. So if Mikel Antonio can't do that job for the whole time, then Mohammed Kudus can be an outlet from out wide, like Gerard Bowen does sometimes for them. Hold up the ball, carry forward with his dribbling ability, and make something happen. They want that magic touch. They want the very thing that they can't get from any other person in terms of the dribbling ability, the quality and the technical ability of a player like Kudus Mohammed. So that's exactly what they're going to get. Yes, it's something that Kudus is a little bit that's unusual to Kudus' development as a player. From the right to Gym Academy, Northern, and straight up to Ajax Amsterdam, he has seen a lot of the ball. How is he going to fare? But essentially, his defensive side of the game is also going to be better. So that's something that I am particularly waiting to see. Albeit I just want to see some goals and assists, much more directness from Kudus, not too much of the over elaboration, but to be direct to the ball and get a job done. So yeah, West Ham, big club, big team. Mohammed Kudus, almost every Ghanaian is going to support him. It's a big one for Ghana. Ghanaians are going to be seeing their darling boy Mohammed Kudus in the English Premier League, hopefully from next week. And yes, there's an update on Chelsea's attacker purchase. Chelsea are looking to get an attacker. So today, Todd Bowley, Baghdad Egbali were in France. While they were in France today, the plan is to make sure that they finalize the deal for Barcola. Bradley Barcola. There is an update to Bradley Barcola, Chelsea fans. Now, the plan is simple. Chelsea believe that they can get a deal with Lyon done for Bradley Barcola. Now, before, the bigger problem was that Paris Saint-Germain were negotiating with Lyon to get Bradley Barcola, but they don't seem to be able to arrive at a consensus in getting that deal done. Hence, Chelsea are trying to take advantage of it. Over the weekend, right after Chelsea won against Luton Town, Egbali flew from London to go to Strasbourg to go and watch the game in the French League because of course Chelsea's sister club is Strasbourg. In that game, after that, there have been huge reports in France, according to RMC, according to L'Equipe, that Egbali and then of course Todd Bowley have met with the entourage of Bradley Barcola. While they met with the entourage of Bradley Barcola, they've discussed the possible terms with him. They want to get the personal terms done. Now the bigger issue is that they are going to mount some pressure on Lyon because the English transfer window is closing on Friday. And then they want to make sure that that is done. If the deal with Paris Saint-Germain is not going to be finalized, then they want to make sure that they get Bradley Barcola as soon as possible. Chelsea wants to get Bradley Barcola as soon as possible. Egbali, Todd Bowley were in France to get that deal done, according to RMC, L'Equipe, and other outlets in France. Chelsea wants to get Bradley Barcola done. So yes, that's the update with Chelsea's new attacker, and then of course reviewed how Mohammed Kudus is expected to be used at West Ham United. This is a Counter Press. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and then turn the notification button.